Woo! Hell of a chapter. Nearly nailed that one in one go. So I'm a happy person. But for you, to conclude, planning and setting goals, that was this topic. It's a mental task and it brings the mind towards the future. So it pulls you away from the present. You are busy in the mind while you are mentally planning, so to say. You are not enjoying, the green of the leaves for that matter. So it's a cognitive skill that costs energy. Your brain requires energy, so to say. But it's also an opportunity cost for now. So it's not only costing your energy, but you're also missing the things that would have otherwise filled you up. So don't stick too much time and energy and effort in planning and reaching these goals. Also act in the now. Because now is the most powerful that you have, and it requires you to remain alert. You see things, and it does not cost time, it saves you time. So if you are a shipperman, as we discussed in the videos, is that if you pick up the right current and that will avoid a certain rock that tips you over and you might not reach the goal, or if you keep forcing a certain direction, perhaps flow into a different direction. In other words, focus on the now and start to give directly to this now. In other words, change your mindset from what can I take from this situation to what can I add to this situation. If you start delivering value, more value will come to you. It's a universal law that the more you give, the more you receive. If you don't believe me, start experiencing yourself. If you start helping out people, not only will they be very grateful and reward you in all kinds of ways with their attention, love, kindness, whatever, but also your internal feeling will elevate through the roof, because you are your best being in the state of loving or in the state of flow, so to say. But more about flow in another chat. So the balance is to be content in your present while also navigating these waters of the future, so to say. So being the best shipperman you can be in the now, while also connecting with the feeling you have in the future, the quantum model as discussed. You won't be the world's best shipperman. There will be others that are better, but you will be the best shipperman on your route, because nobody can see or feel that route that needs to be traveled by you. You will be the best in that. It all depends on what is the pace that you are picking up. Are you actually traveling your own route, or are you deviating through all the noise by traveling other people's route, by comparing yourself to them, or by listening too much and not thinking or not being aware in the decisions you made about the advice that they give, because the advice is from their perspective, from their route. They don't know how you feel. So most of us are not in ideal waters. You are never on a very smooth, the water is also always waving. You need to be able to balance, and you're not a full-fledged captain yet. So how can you become a more experienced captain? Well, in the end, the best captain can navigate all waters. That's the end goal that you want to be in. So that you not only are the best captain in smooth, small, safe waters, but also in wild storms that is tipping over anybody. Because in the end, it's all about finding your personal balance and adjusting that to the situation that you are in. So either become an experienced captain which balances every present situation, so you are in a state of calmness, whether all happy things happen around you or all negative, bad, dark things are happening all around you. Because you realize happy and bad, so good and bad, are just labels sticked by the mind. And the mind needs that in order to survive. The mind is built to make you survive. It's not built to bring you calm, joy, peace, and freedom. It's not meant to do that. That's not its function, so to say. So you need to acquire that from a more elevated part of your mind. You need to awaken that. How do you do that? How do you become a more experienced shipper? Well, that is learn how to navigate these waters that best suit the needs of your type of boat. So you might have a big container, or you have a very small rubber boat. You need to start to get to know yourself. Because when you know yourself, when you get more inner, you need hey, I have a very light boat, so I can navigate those types of waters. Yeah, I actually like it here. colder waters? Do I like hotter waters? So find your jam, so to say. So it's a balance between flow and present. It is a very personal balance. We each play this in the 0 to 100 planning spectrum. You can go either without having a planning and just flow for the entire, for the rest of your life, or perhaps you are somebody who loves planning and executes everything in detail and love getting into these goals. It doesn't matter. It's you being you. Just as my color, the color of my eyes is brown and the color of my skin is light, Caucasian, I do have a preference for planning or not planning. So this is you just being you. Accept it, find your balance, and find your own personal style. How much are you going to plan of your life and how much are you going to flow in life? I would love to finalize with this one vital model. We've discussed this already. I freaking love this model. If you get down, if you fall 7 times, do get up 8 times. And fall you will. You will need to hear one voice and one voice only, and that's your inner voice yelling at you when you're down again, again, again. Eventually, you will get there. Trust the process. Trust the energy that's making entire planets spin. You are giving a body and a mind for a reason. Let's be human. Are we spirits? Or are we humans having a spiritual experience? Or are we spirits having a human experience? I tend to believe the latter at the moment. I switch models now and then. But I do believe in this model. When you fall, get back up again. Planning and reaching goals help you shape your Northern Star. But in the end, it is all about this. You can have the most beautiful plans in the world, but if you do not get up, if you do not act, if you lay down on the ground, nobody's going to reach that target for you. So I think that's a decent closing image. Keep it in mind. Write it down on your hand when you feel down. Realize, hey, bam, this is just another down. This is just another down. Maybe you need 15, maybe you need 1500, but as long as you get up, and then eventually you're not only getting up, you're also rising to your next state of being, to your next you. And in the end, growth is all about you becoming you. So again,